Hey, welcome to another Treeversity video tutorial. In this video, we're going to talk about the Treeversity talk forum and moderator tools. So I've logged in and I'll click on talk to take me to the talk forum. So remember, the talk forum is a place for volunteers to interact with team members and each other. It's broken down into a number of different boards where people can post discussions and comment on discussions. And we can add or subtract boards as we see fit, but right now we've set it up so that there are 5 different boards. There's an announcement board for the Treeversity team to share announcements with volunteers, such as new batches, image batches being posted. There's a help or technical support board for people to ask questions if they're having trouble identifying specific features in specific images or just the workflow in general. Questions for the Treeversity team. So volunteers often want to know more about the project or the arboretum or have questions about plant science, and this is a place for them to ask those questions. Favorite photos and resources. We're also encouraging our volunteers to share their favorite photos from the project or their own photos or any other outside resources that they're interested in. And finally, notes, which if you remember, automatically when you use the note button after identifying features in an image, it will automatically create a post and post it to this notes board. So that's a breakdown of the 5 boards we have set up here. So as a moderator, you'll have special moderator controls, and you can see those here. So if I click moderator controls here, it'll show me the controls for the general Treeversity talk forum. So this is controls for all of the boards here. So if I want to change anything about the way that the boards are set up, add new boards or subtract them, I can do so here. So you'll see I can add a board. I can also change the status of the board. So reading and writing status here, I can limit it to a certain group of users. Or I can just change the order of the boards. So those are the moderator controls for my boards here. I also have separate moderator controls within each board, and then again within each post, and we'll talk about those in a moment. If you remember tagging from the previous video, tags are a way of searching through my posts, or searching through all of the posts in the Treeversity talk forum. So in my last video, I used the flower tag in one of my posts. So just to show you how that works, if I type flower here, I'll see all the posts that have been created that have the hashtag flower tag included in them. So there's my post from last time. So again, hashtags or tags are a way of making your posts more searchable within the Treeversity talk forum. So now let's take a look at individual boards. So here's our announcement board. I created this post a day ago to introduce people and welcome them to the Treeversity site. So here's my post here. If there were additional posts, discussions rather, made by other volunteers or team members, they would all be listed underneath. But let's look at these buttons up here. I can see my unsubscribe. So I've subscribed to this board here, and that means that I will get emails when anyone has posted to this board. So I've actually subscribed to all of the boards so that I'll get emails anytime someone posts to any of the boards. So I can use that button to unsubscribe or to subscribe to boards. It's a good idea for moderators to subscribe to boards so that they know when people are making new posts. I can also see my moderator controls. So again, I can change information pertaining to this board, so the title or the description, and again, the reading and writing privileges. I can also delete the whole board, and then I'll see a list of my posts down here, and I can reorder them if I want to. But there's only one post, so I won't do that. I can add a new discussion by using this button here. So let's add a new discussion. Let's call this one Moderator. Welcome. Post. Welcome, moderators. Okay. So there's some formatting options up here. I can add a hyperlink. I can add images or videos. I can change my text. So if I want to make this text bold here, you'll see There's a specific coding used to do that within this platform. So if I want to make something bold, you can either type these asterisks individually, or you can just select your text and hit the bold or the italic or the block quote buttons. This will create a heading out of whatever text I've selected. This creates a horizontal rule across the entire post. This is strike through, and then we also have a list making tools there. If I want to see what my formatting is going to look like, I can click the preview button. It'll show me the formatting of what I've typed. I'll go back to edit. So welcome moderators. I can also link an image if I want to, but let's just create the discussion here. Okay, so now we see my post that I just created. So let's go back to the talk forum and talk about what moderators might be doing on a daily basis. So we'd really like the moderators to go through the talk forum and find any new posts, any new questions that volunteers have posted, and either answer those posts or direct them towards a Treeversity team member who can answer them. So let's work through some of these boards I've created some sample posts on. Let's see. So there's a help or technical support board here. Okay, so this user, let's pretend this is another volunteer, not me. They've created a post, help I'm lost. So it shows me the previous posts within this discussion, and as a moderator I have moderator controls here within this discussion. So I can change the title if I want. I can sticky the post, which means that will bring it to the top of the board and keep it at the top of the board. So any important posts can be stickied. You'll notice there's a stickied post in the announcement board. That's the welcome post that I put. I stickied it so that anyone who visits the forum would see that, that post prominently displayed at the top of that board. I can also lock the board if the conversation becomes unruly or for any other reason, which will prevent anyone from posting in that discussion. And I can change which board this discussion is located in. Finally, I can delete this discussion, and really use your discretion to delete other users' discussions. For obvious reasons, it can cause contention. So make sure that you really want to delete that discussion before you do it. I can also subscribe to a specific discussion. So if there's something I'm really involved in, I can subscribe to that discussion and I'll get emails for it. So let me respond here to this person's, let's pretend that this volunteer has a question. They're having trouble classifying images. Try using the tutorial before classifying images. So I would write my advice to that person or redirect the question to another team member. If I want to redirect or include another team member in a post, I can use the @ symbol, and then I can type that the username of the other team member or volunteer, or I can use these general tags here. So similar to a tag, this will basically send a notification to whoever I mention, and they'll see that notification up in their notification menu. So submit. So now I've responded to this person, and hopefully if they find it helpful, they will click helpful. I can't upvote my own comment, but good comments will be upvoted so that they become more visible. A couple other things, I can hyperlink out this comment. I can report, so let's not report this comment. I can also edit my comments if I want to include some other information, or just delete the comment. So let's delete this comment. And as a moderator, since this was just an example post, I'm actually going to delete the entire discussion, and it tells you to type delete to make sure you really want to delete the discussion, because you can't bring it back once you do, and that discussion is gone. So let's go back to our Treeversity talk forum and look at our boards. So let's look at an example of a post that is not relevant to the project. So someone's posted a question for the Treeversity team. My dog has a strange rash. Should I take him to the vet? This is not a question that is pertinent, so as a moderator, I will probably delete this question. Another user might have flagged it by using the report button, so not relevant. And I would report it, and then that'll send a notification to moderators and team members. But I'm going to go ahead and just delete, I'm going to go ahead and just delete this entire discussion because it doesn't belong here. Great, so hopefully you've gotten a sense of some of the moderator controls that you can use in the talk forum. So again, the purpose of the talk forum is to interact with our volunteers and to answer their questions about our images or our questions about the project or plant science in general. So please answer any questions that you see that are unanswered and that you feel that you can answer. If you're not confident about a question, you can answer it, and you can include an @ symbol and bring another team member or moderator into the conversation, or you can just redirect the question towards a team member by contacting that person and notifying them. And that's basically the nuts and bolts of the Treeversity talk forum. Again, there's some other things on the right-hand side. You'll see some popular tags and some active participants, and these things, the sidebar here will just update itself as people submit content. But hopefully you've gotten a sense of how the Treeversity talk forum works and the moderator controls and tools that are available to you as a moderator. So thanks for joining, and stay tuned for our next videos. Thanks.